Rightio, next tutorial, let's add some spikes and killy stuff to our level. So, after, I'm not sure if I filmed that. Okay, anyway, I scrammed anything that wasn't useful in this level, pressed Ctrl-Shift-Alt-S to save everything. You'll see the wee star's gone. And now it's time to add some spikes. Possibly the best suggestion would be to get this to go copy and go into our level and go paste. Boom, we've got a spikes layer. Congratulations, you're a developer. But for the sake of argument here, and because there will be setup required as you may wish it, let's add spikes in the hard way. And it's going to be so difficult. No, it's not. It's really, really easy. We need to add an area 2D. And this is the base of our spikes. To that, we're going to add a tile set, which demonstrates my ability to spell. Our tile map, which demonstrates my ability to remember. You'll see we've got a wee complaint here. And the complaint is that it has no shape. To fix this, we'll go in here, into the tile map, not the area 2D, and start typing collision to see what we've got available. And what we want to do is press enigmatically use parent, and it should be done. Our collision layers, that's interesting, it didn't go away. What's the problem now? No, it has no shape, can't collide. Oh, there's no tiles drawn yet, never mind. We want to put these layers and mask on. It's probably not correctly set up, but for the moment, let's just roll with it. The next thing we're going to need to handle the collisions is a linked script. And that's available under Scripts, Environmental, Spikes Handler. And we'll drop that onto here, go into our tile map, and to link it up, we want to use our body entered. And we'll double check that by going into room 2, level spikes, it is body entered. Right, and we'll scroll all the way down until we can select our area 2D and connect. Now let's call these Killspikes. And we're going to paint them in this area here. So my basic idea for this micro level is to come in at that door, leap over spikes, create some other spikes hazards here to have to get to that door, and then we exit the level. So as a quick how-to on tile maps, we're going to come through here, do a quick load. We want the one that says spikes. And another great tutorial point. Look at the size of our grid. That is way too much. So under the tile map, we're going to go down to cell, change this to 16. And paint some Killspikes in. So who likes Prince of Persia? Okay, I don't like the fact that we've got two the same here, so I'm going to right click and add another one, and then right click and add another one until we get a nice variation set of spikes that looks appealing enough, doesn't have too many repeats in it, isn't playing ball. This is a fun game, we should do it more often. Okay, that'll do. That's an appealing stack of spikes that I would happily fall into. Or I would love around my section. So what's it complaining about still? It has no shape. What do you mean it has no shape? The shape's right here. That's the shape. Oh, this is a fun game. Should be use parent. Or what? Now it goes away? So apparently we've got to have painted tiles down here, and then we turn use parent on, and then the little warning goes away. Now, if we jump into this pit right now, we're going to have a lot of engine problems and it's going to pull errors. And to get around this, we need a point that our character can respawn back to. So, these are available under Objects. Objects. Where did I put objects? Do you ever have one of those moments where you think you've probably dragged a folder into the wrong folder? I'm having one of those moments. No, that's the sounds for objects. Oh, it is in the wrong folder. Fantastic. Let's put that back where it should be. Odds down I've just created a whole lot of horrible errors on Git. Never mind. I will scram it after this tutorial. So, we'd like to grab a quick respawn area, which is available under Objects, Environmental, Game Control. And there's a couple of wee things here and there for handling this, like the gem handler. But for the moment, let's just drop a quick respawn in. That did not want to work. We can also add it by going up here and doing... Apparently we can't. Okay, we'll try again. Fine, be like that, see if I care. I don't know where it's got to. We're up here. So, this respawner is basically just a collision area to see if the player came through, a raycast to make sure the player starts on the ground again, and a box that you can scale and do whatever with. So if we plonk this here, and we're going to increase its size to a state where the player can't possibly not go through it, and when the player goes through this collider, this will be put into the global position, so if the player dies in this pit, they will then be returned to here. So we'll do a quick save, Control-Shift, Alt-S, and try a quick play to see if it does work. I really should turn those colliders off, it's a debug setting, so we go through here. Ah, crap, it doesn't work. No, we can't get out of the pit anymore. What have we got wrong? No, the calamity. Everything's so terrible. I'm not sure what I've broken. It's probably in the debugger. Nope, that's not helpful either. These tutorials are a lot harder than I expected. I really need to write a script for this. So for shits and giggles, let's scram that and see if the problem is because we haven't set our Killspikes up correctly. By copying that, pasting that, clearing this, and adding some more tiles in. Rightio, that'll do. Or the problem could be because I haven't set that up properly. Troubleshooting is a hard-won skill. Go through. There we go. So I obviously hadn't set that tile layer up correctly. For the sake of all of this, how about we just copy and paste things from examples? But anyway, we have the player dying and coming back again. And this gap's a bit too small. Oh no, we were able to jump. And we can't contact the wall for our testing. So let's fix that by going into our player. And, oh, by the way, if you want to turn music on, turn that on there. Under our player, we should have a list of script abilities that we can toggle on or off. But none of these script settings are visible on the player. And this is because Godot needs restarted. If you can't see these things, it is because the editor simply needs a restart. It's sort of one of those known issues. So we've saved everything, we'll quit back out again, we'll come back into Godot, we'll kick it back over, and we should see a collection of things in our script to control what our player can do. As I'd expect by this point, our player will have a wall jump. So suddenly we've got all of these things, can wall grab, done, and we'll be able to wall jump up to here. So before we leave our spike pit, let's duplicate that, Control D, and move it on to the other side. So now if the player comes in from this side, they will respawn back up to here too. And you can use this to set respawn points wherever you'd like in the level, in order to control player flow, difficulty, passing areas, that sort of thing. So to get up to this here, we've got a basic wall jump, which is just jump to there and to jump to here, but it would be nice to add some other spikes in order to complicate the matter in some way. So let's go for a precision jump. And as demonstrated before, I'm just going to go into room 2, get the Hurtspikes left. Now these are called as such because they're only on the left hand side of the wall. But we'll do a quick reverse. I just copied there and we'll go paste. So I've got the Hurtspikes left. They're called left because a knockback is a -30. Now if we flip that, they now hurt to the right. So we'll go Hurts. Apparently you can only rename it down here. Hurtspikes right. And again, it is just as simple as painting in tiles. There should be a heap of tiles in here. I can't see where they went. That's funny. We'll do... That's the wrong button! Control and Shift, left, and make sure we've dragged out anything that could possibly be in the level. It looks like it's all clear. So let's come back in here. We'll select these spikes, which are our wall hurting spikes. And these are also an adaptive tile set. We'll rotate them round to the right and maybe go click click. 2 different tiles there. We'll get our player for easy testing. Move our player over to here. And let's have a quick try to see that it goes. So we walk over, we hit, we get hurt, we jump up, we can get past it, almost. There we go, and we're there. So what we did to get into this was quite fun. We go up, jump, here, jump, and to there. We could probably put more spikes here to make it just a wee bit more tricky. So again on our tile map, let's see about putting one here, perhaps, and there, just to add to the skill set, or the skill ceiling perhaps is a correct word. Up, jump, there, jump, and we're at the top of the level. Fantastic. We've just made a wee spike tutorial. We've got our collision handling areas, we've got our basic level. We're not really done yet. We could do with just a wee bit more polish, and that's put in by, oh, another great relearning point. We need to rotate these back. Put our floor tiles in. We can put them down here if we want, but they're not going to show up past those. And that's really the level. So, I guess there's kind of only one more video left after this, and that is how the doors and level loading handles. We'll get on to that next. Sorry this one took so long. Sorry it was a mess. Sorry I didn't have all the answers and everything prepared, and there were still glitches with this. But copying and pasting is a totally adequate coping mechanism.